Thanks for stopping by Becoming Beautiful You. I am Latricia Renee, and on this channel we blend fragrance and lifestyle. I'm going to begin with a recent purchase that I have from Brown Sugar Babe. Remember when I told you during the eczema and fragrance blending video where I showed you how I enjoy my fragrances in the midst of having eczema, how I use fragrance oils, and I talked about Brown Sugar Babe in one of those videos. Well, I did order Skin Deep, and that is their answer to Amouage Guidance 46. Now, this is the bottle. It didn't come this way. I believe I mentioned in that video that they do have pumps, which are sold separately, only for the 4 ounce size bottle, which is this bottle. And so I decided to get a pump because I really, really knew if I was going to enjoy this fragrance, I wanted to have quick access to it. So I've already installed the pump onto the bottle, but I want to show you what I did to get the little stopper out of the container. Now, this is how they come. This is a 2 ounce bottle. This is definitely not a small version of that. This is another fragrance, but for demonstration purposes, this is a 2 ounce bottle, and it's a little more shallow than what that one is. So I didn't want to try and uncap a full bottle, but I'm going to show you. This is the stopper I was telling you about. I think I mentioned that. And this keeps all of your oil secure. It's travel safe, leak proof. It's not going anywhere unless you want it to. So I'm going to show you what I did. I just took some tweezers. You can do this with whatever you feel is safe enough. I chose to get some flat angled tweezers with the pointed side going away from me. And I just got up under the groove at the back where the hinge was, but I suppose you can do it on any side. As you can see, it's starting to elevate. Ah, there it is. So it's okay. There it is. What you do at that point is just go ahead and secure your pump, and it just screws right down in there. Now this again is only for the 4 ounce size bottle. They don't have a pump as far as I'm aware. I didn't see it on the site. When I went to purchase the pumps, they only had it for the 4 ounce sizes, but they probably don't feel like they really need it for a 2 ounce size. And so nevertheless, all that withstanding, I just want you to know that it's an easy install, an easy release, and I can certainly put this right back in. Still no leaking, no anything. So now I do have the actual Guidance 46. We can do a little sample test. I picked this little cute sample up at Scent Split, and this is what I'm talking about, getting your samples prior to making a full commitment of a purchase. This is a 0.17 full ounce bottle, more than enough to get the idea of whether or not you want to commit to a full size offering. And so I'm going to spray this. That's enough. I do like the original Guidance, I will say. Even with the bite of that rhubarb in there, it doesn't come across as sharp to me, but I understand why some people like it and some don't. Oh, I like it. This is much smoother than the original Guidance, and I will post the notes. Definitely much more palatable. Oh, this is nice. Let me compare it to the oil from Brown Sugar Babe. Again, this is called Skin Deep, and this time I'm going to put it on my hand. Pump comes out nice, and very little pressure again to get the oil out, whether it's the pump or just getting it from the bottle, whether you shake it or you apply minimal pressure to the bottle. If you still have the stopper in it, it's an easy release. Just it doesn't move until you want it to. Oh yes, I think the oil. No, I know the oil. In my opinion, the oil it's the first cousin to the fragrance. The fragrance definitely has more presence. Well, this is alcohol in here. This is not. So this is a softer version. If you could think about a soda before it goes flat. It's still got some to it, but you can still get some of that fizz on your tongue. This is a softer touch of Amouage Guidance, whereas the fragrance is right up in your face. But it's a good thing. I hope that gives you an illustration of the fragrance. Again, I will list the notes for you. I like, and again, they answered in full, complete sentences as far as I'm concerned. I'm very pleased with this. Love, love, love. And this little sample is going to go a long way. You don't need a lot of this. Amouage is very thorough when it comes to projection and longevity on the fragrances that I've tried so far, which is Guidance, now Guidance 46. I've got my eye on a few others like Material and Overture and Sunshine Woman. So, coming soon. While we're on the subject of oils, I did go and purchase a few things from Skin Potion. And by the way, all this is my own. I bought it with my money. Nothing has been sent in PR. I look forward to that so that I can do some giveaways, but that is not today. So this is Island Muse. Remember when I told you about the three-piece set that Skin Potion released earlier this summer? Island Muse was a part of this. This is an exclusive release, 1 ounce bottle. Island Muse. This is the next release. This is Ray of Light, also a 1 ounce bottle. And I certainly hope you don't hear the singing that I'm getting next door. My son is in the shower and he's singing and I can hear it, but I hope you all don't. R&R. These are all revitalizing body oils, also great for the wearing experience if you have challenges with eczema. And this is Swiss Arabian. It's a Middle Eastern brand. This is called Private Musk. And here's the back of the box. This is still sealed. Here's the batch dates I have shared with you before. Always pay attention to your batch dates when it comes to particularly the Middle Eastern brands, but I'm in the habit of doing it for all of my purchases now. This is how it's going to, oops, this is how it's going to open. Oh, okay. There's a card inside from Swiss Arabian. Here's the oil. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so this is felt. This is like a velour feeling, and this is the fragrance oil here, and I'm gonna release it. So wow, this is heavy. This feels like a heavy metal. Um, this wow, this is a nice feel. If you could imagine holding a tool, a heavy wrench from your toolbox out the shed, that's what this feels like, and it's not big. This might be maybe 2.5, 2.25 inches high. This is And this, oh, so this is a roll on. This is if you want to apply the fragrance as a roll on, or if you want to, let's see what this does. Oh, this is lovely. I'm going to post the fragrance notes, but this is, if you like musk, even if you don't, this is going to be safe to wear around someone who might be allergic to fragrances, someone who might need to um, be in a more muted location like a hospital if you're next to patients or something of that nature. I'm going to pair this probably with a lot of my favorite musks. Besame mucho. This means kiss me a lot. Isn't that beautiful? It's Spanish for kiss me a lot. It features notes of saffron, Egyptian jasmine, rose absolute, hazelnut, osmanthus, frankincense, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla musk. This is again their triple body butter. It's still a revitalizing product, but it is in the solid format of a body butter. And I love these, especially for this time of year. Where I'm at, here on the East Coast, it is somewhere between autumn trying to hold on and winter trying to come in. It's like they're both trying to get to the elevator at the same time and they're shoulder to shoulder trying to get in. Oh man, this gets me every time. I used it this morning. You can see probably where I put my little fingerprints through there. I get the saffron and the frankincense. Oh my goodness. Now the cool thing about Skin Potion is they did not list in the hierarchy of head, heart, base, or top, middle, bottom, where these fragrance notes fall. So they could be anywhere or any combination of it. Makes no difference to me because once you mix it in the pot, I'm satisfied. And this is the next one I have, Yummy. This is also an exclusive release. This is in a clear container, whereas this is in the opaque black container, but it's still 8 ounces strong. Looking forward to that. I'll list the notes for Yummy on the screen as well so that you can, you know what, let me stop. I won't be a stinker. I'll go ahead and try it. Woo! This is the kind of gourmand that I'm sorry, I had a little hiccup. It was biological. It's an involuntary response. You get those sometimes. This is the kind of gourmand that's perfect for my placement on my fragrance journey. As I've mentioned to you before, I'm really not digging the gourmands that are edible and smell foody. Not right now. I'm just kind of moving on from that. I'll probably be back, but I don't hate them. I'm just not going to seek them out. This is gourmand, but it's not foody. It's just I'm going to put this on my legs. Sorry. But just know that it's just as moisturizing as the Besame Mucho. Kiss me a lot. You have nothing to lose. Think about when you went out to dinner and you got something you really didn't like. You were too scared to send it back to the kitchen because you were afraid they're going to give it to you with another ingredient. Well, first, I would say go to another restaurant where you know they're not going to do that. But really, you owe it to yourself. Try something different. If you haven't tried Skin Potion, and again, nobody sent me this stuff. I bought it. They don't know me over there. If you call them and ask them, do they know Latricia Renee? They're probably going to tell you no, unless they bother to look in their database. They can see where I've made quite a few purchases, but there's no sponsorships here. And even if there were, I'm going to still share with you my personal thoughts on the product. And I'm telling you, with or without eczema, this is absolutely fantastic. Wonderful release, yummy, and Skin Potion. Thanks for pairing up. This is absolutely fantastic. And I can enjoy this. You can enjoy this without being concerned if you're going to smell like a cake or food. And I will post those notes so that you can get a better look at what it is you're going to be experiencing. This is Vanilla 28. Now, this bottle is somewhat transparent, but it has gotten darker since the first time I purchased it. This bottle will get darker and darker. Not the bottle, but the fragrance on the inside will get darker and darker over time to the point where it will eventually get to like a purple black color. And that's when you know it's really, 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 really macerated and really, really, really enriched itself. And the vanilla and everything gets stronger and stronger. This is Vanilla 28. It's a brown sugar fragrance. I'll put those notes up here. For those that love vanilla and even those that don't, this is a wonderful fragrance to wear alone, but it pairs with, it's like having a little salt. It goes with darn near everything. Not everything, but darn near everything. So this next fragrance I'm going to show you that I picked up from Masana Shrar. This is called Vanilla Seduction. And here is this bottle. This is a recent release. And has a sister that came along with it. I want to say that's called Vanilla Aurora. That has not yet arrived, but it is coming on its way from Joma Shop. That's where I got these. This is the box. And again, here's your seal of authenticity from Masana Shrar. You can rest assured that when you purchase from Joma Shop, they're not going to send you the wrong thing. I'm going to go ahead for the sake of being polite, and since I've brought up Vanilla 28 and unbox this for you, it's not likely that I'm going to unbox all the time, but since we're having a conversation, I don't want to be a stinker and not tell you if I think that this smells like Vanilla 28. Some people have said in conversations here on YouTube that that's what they feel. And yada, yada, yada. Here is the bottle. So beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful to me. Look at the shape. I'm going to spin it for you. I love the ombre effect of the bottle. And this is the cap. Very light cap, but it's not, like a featherweight. It's a nice feel to the cap. And here's the design on the top. And here's the base. So I'm going to post the notes up. And then in the meantime, while you're looking at the notes, I'm going to go ahead and get this spray and see. Typically, let me just spray in the box. Typically, when you get a Middle Eastern fragrance, you're going to want to spray the straw on the inside of this atomizer out by at least, I like to use the number 7, but spray as many times as you like. I'm going to spray it out so that whatever hoo-wah-ha is in there, air or otherwise, can get out and the fragrance can continue to grow mature when you're ready to wear it. Sometimes I forget to do that. And it's still okay, but I'm telling you that's a good habit to get in when you're getting the Middle Eastern brands because they produce much more quickly than the designer and niche brands that you're probably more familiar with, and that's why we spray them out. Those of us that are familiar, so they do require a little TLC, but well worth it. Well worth it. I wouldn't say that this is exactly like Vanilla 28. I'm not disappointed because again, vanilla is my favorite note, but here's my Vanilla 28. Let's see. I'm gonna close my eyes. I tell you what, they've got a similar profile. If you see this one from a distance, with a baseball cap and a little ponytail at the back when Janet Jackson was doing Rhythm Nation, and you see Janet Jackson from afar with the same style she was wearing in Rhythm Nation, you might think that they're the same person at a distance. They don't have the same body type, but you might think if you got to see them from like the neck up. Oh, that's Janet. But when you get closer, you realize, oh, that's not Janet. This is who that is. But from a distance, he was looking like that. It's kind of like that where the replica, they could take a picture together and somebody will probably think they're related. How about that? Even in the colors. Look at the base of this. It's close to the color of the Kiali bottle, the fluid in the bottle. But again, this is going to get darker. And the beautiful thing about Middle Eastern brands, their fragrances, let me just tell you, because they come out so quickly, the more they sit, the more they mature, the thicker and richer and denser they get. I mean, the way that this smells today is definitely not going to be what I'm expecting to get even a week from now, even a week from now. And so I look forward to it. I'm going to place this back inside. But it does smell. I mean, you're not going to be disappointed. If you love vanilla, you're going to love it whether you think it smells like vanilla 28 or not. That I can guarantee. So I also made another purchase for Proud Mary from C Chronicles Macedon Parfums here from YouTube on her initial release, Proud Mary. Now, I only did this because, well, one, I really, really love the fragrance. It smells so good. Now, this is also a limited edition release, and I wanted to make sure that I got my hands on this because she had to go through her version of Hell and High Water to get, she had to create a whole brand to release this. This wasn't something that she partnered with anybody on. Yeah, she partnered with them to get the fragrance produced, but she had to bring her table to the building and get this done. So I thought I'd support her, get another bottle because I do enjoy the fragrance. The second bottle of mine is 1609. I don't recall the first one. I think I shared that with you in my other video. Quite certain that I did. But this comes with the bottle number and the authenticity and the greeting card from Macedon Parfums and C Chronicles. Just another wonderful release. And I will set those notes here again because I've already reviewed that in another video. But a solid release. There are only going to be, I want to say, 2,500 bottles produced at present day. They may hold on to it and re-release it. You never know. I don't think these people ever get rid of the recipe. Same with Kayali. She held out on Musk 12 for eons. And I knew they didn't get rid of the recipe. They just, for whatever reason, didn't release it. And I'm glad that it's back. So well done. A few purchases I made. I mean, you talk about traveling at 100 miles per hour on an open road where you know the bridge is out, there's a detour coming up, and you're still flying at top speed. That's how I felt. Who does that? Who does that? It's not safe, it's not sensible, and yet you have this push inside you that says, do it, do it, do it. And if you're foolish enough to agree, you know, there are consequences. And that is why I'm having my one last cry because there's a lot of great sales this time of year. Nevertheless, I don't need any of this stuff. Lots of stuff I want, but I don't need any of it. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up. I thank you so much for enjoying it and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much. Look forward to hearing from you and talking with you in our next conversation. And until then, take good care and enjoy your upcoming Thanksgiving holiday because every day is Thanksgiving. So thanks for giving. Take good care.